And it is the City Commission meeting. Could we have the roll call, please?
Smith.
Here.
Clute.
Here.
Bragg.
Here.
Harvey.
Here.
Mayor Robish.
Present. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for that, and we'll move on to the agenda approval. I have one item I would like to add. We have a very short agenda tonight, so I'm not going to waste time, but I would like to have a departmental update, and I'll have the mayor's liaisons assignments tonight. We'll just have a little bit of update on that, so I'm going to add that. Anything else that I missed?
To approve the agenda as amended.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Clute. Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
I got everybody all mixed up here. Okay, moving on to public forum. Public forum is limited to a maximum of 3 minutes per person. Please state your name and address for the record. Anyone here for public forum? If not, I know Commissioner Clute has something for us tonight.
Okay, thank you, Mayor Robish. The Huron Public Library invites you to enjoy an evening of beautiful music at a free classical guitar concert tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at the library. The guitarist is Peter Fletcher. He's based in Detroit and New York City and has earned national recognition for his recordings and performances at prestigious venues including Carnegie Hall and the Chicago Cultural Center. Thank you.
Carnegie Hall and the Huron Library. What's next?
I know. We are very fortunate to have someone of his caliber
What time is
perform. 6 p.m. tomorrow night.
Okay, thank you. One thing on public forum, I would like to thank for the Huron Restoration Church and Community Improvement Committee in hosting our trunk or treat last evening, and it was again a very well attended event by the public. I want to thank everybody for having the trunks there and having the candy for the kids, and thank the public for coming out. It was a very good turnout and a very good time. Moving on to consent agendas. Matters appearing on the consent agenda are expected to be non-controversial and will be acted upon by the commission at one time without discussion unless a member of the commission requests an opportunity to address any given item. Items removed from the consent agenda will be discussed at the beginning of the formal items. 4.1, minutes of October 20th, 2025. 4.2, consider raffle for medical expenses submitted by Alvin Schnothorst for a raffle to take place at Fire Pit Pizza from November 20th to December 31st, 2025. 4.3, consider alcoholic beverage license application submitted by Top Floor Events and the Huron Chamber of Commerce Chamber Mixer on December 9th, 2025 at East River Nursery. 4.4, set public hearing for November 10th at 5:30 p.m. in the City Commission Room for 2026 renewals for sales of alcoholic beverages. And 4.5, personnel items. Acknowledge the successful completion of the 60-day probationary period for Garrett Welch, Water Sewer Treatment Number 3, effective October 24, 2025. And approve the wage change for Police Officer Poyeder for completing last resort firearms training and receiving his active shooter instructor certification, which I hope we never pay him for. And number 4.6 is payment of the bills.
Move to approve consent. Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye, thank you. Moving on to departmental items. 8.1, authorize the mayor to sign the renewal application to operate a municipal solid waste transfer station and restricted use storage disposal facility. And with us tonight, we have our solid waste superintendent, Dale Fortin. if he wants to explain this to us.
Mayor, Commissioners, this is, we're combining the two sites. So before we opened the transfer station, we applied for amendment to the other one. And now we're asking to combine it all under one contract. So, and this is the way they told us to approach it, instead of a new contract, to have it be a renewal. So that's why if it goes through the way it's stated and everything in there, it'll be a 5-year renewal on that site. And that includes our composting site, the new C&D area that we're actually operating that used to be under another number. So, and the new transfer station and the haul road that takes us back and forth to that facility.
Good.
So it's all stuff that we actually have been operating. We're just getting the numbers and stuff current, and worked with the engineering and all the landowners. I think most of them are us
Yeah.
that were notified, so.
Okay. Okay.
Move to approve the application permit.
Second?
Any questions for our superintendent? Any comments? Commissioner Smith?
So just kind of catching up a little bit, Dale, this will bring everything all together for the solid waste facility, for permitting to act as a solid waste facility?
So it'll act, it brings it together for the C&D sites that are scattered amongst that area. Because we used to have 2 different C&D sites plus the transfer station. So this
C&D would be?
Construction demolition, I'm sorry.
Okay,
So that's the wood,
sure,
furniture, stuff like
concrete,
that. Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
So it pulls all that together. We still have one outlying one, which is the old lime beds, which is another construction demolition site that we have permitted over there. So,
And the permit applies to approval from the state
yeah, yeah.
to
Yeah, they're the
to
ones-
acknowledge that,
Right, they're the ones that
It's
have the
certified.
final say. We've submitted all the numbers, the tonnages, the records, so we've gone through all that. Submitted all that, the groundwater, things like that, worked through all that, so all that's been submitted now.
okay,
It was just, there was 3 different parts of this in the past.
sure, yeah, just bring it
Just
all
trying
under
to put it
one.
all into one,
Yeah.
as opposed to having a new site. We decided to try and do it through the renewal process, and actually was with their blessing to do it that way. So instead of it being, since all of them were already being used for those. Where the transfer station sits right now was actually permitted for our yard waste drop-off. So that area was already being utilized as part of the solid waste department too, just under a different type of permit.
Good, thank you for explaining that.
I have one question, Dale. I know your gate has been closed now going into the grass and leaf dump.
Yeah.
And so we've been going through where the arms are going to be. When are they going to?
We're hoping Thursday that we get things working there, not necessarily the arms are down. I'm thinking we'll wait till after the actual leaf season begins. But if I open that other gate and people dump right there,
Yeah.
causing the problem with
Yep.
piling up right in front of the entries, it'll be a problem. So
Sure.
I've been trying to just wait. We wanted to have it a month ago open. Chad was just telling me that the cameras are all now working. We had some problem with the fiber optic and stuff. We had to do some things on that. So we're hoping that Thursday of this month, he's able to log into that, get things set up, and we'll actually start using the new program on the scale next week is what the plans are. Whether or not the arms do actually work right now. So if you pull up to that exit one and drive out, the arm goes up. We just don't have all the data put in for the up one, so that when you pull in there, that the arm will go up. So, but we do plan on having that once the programming is all done and downloaded into the computers.
Okay, and then explain to the public that's maybe watching here, listening, how that's going to work. Just because
So when you pull up to the kiosk, you'll put your driver's license in, it'll actually read the address off of the driver's license, and there, it'll allow you to come in and out of that facility. Right now, we have it set at once a week. We can open that up when we finally see what's gonna go on for how many times some people have to come in and out. Contractors, we're expecting contractors though to pay a fee. So if they're coming in there that are trimming the trees and stuff, no different than the other facilities have done. We didn't want to limit contractors, but somehow you have to have that extra cost for hauling that material over to our other site. If a contractor comes in over the scale during our working hours, we just direct them right to those areas, and they can take the material right there, whether it be the yard waste or the trees, 3 and under, 3 inch and under. So if the contractors are there after hours or on weekends, that convenience fee will be applied, that they'll have to pay that to come into that facility, is what the plans are. The other part of the operation is the recycle bins. So we've gotten the recycle bins. I've been reluctant to put them over there yet until we get the kiosks and all the other stuff working. So if a resident comes in there and wants to drop off material, they can come in, use the driver's license, it allows them to go in and get rid of their recyclables. There's, I think, 3 different code numbers, whether it's yard waste, grass clippings, and you can have multiple different products you're bringing in. And punch those codes on there. It'll say all on the screen what you need to do for the different codes. So then if you got recyclables, you can take them over if you live in town. And if you live outside of town and you want to participate, you can pay the fee, whatever that is. We're still struggling with what we're gonna charge for those fees for both the drop-off and recycling. But we do plan on trying to have that opened up at the same time,
Good.
so.
And just to let you know, and the public know, we've talked to Ben about coming out and doing an article in those kiosks and with those new recycle bins.
Yeah,
So-
and it's nothing that we're gonna, I mean, it'll probably be more in the spring that everything is working, but we do plan on having the recycle stuff going and having been out there
Sure.
before winter, so that we can kind of do some updating. And every one of the contractors, instead of using a debit card to pay, can come in and set up their account, and then they'll get a QR code card that they can put in there, and it'll charge right to their account with us, as opposed to doing the debit cards.
I see. Okay.
And once that's all set up, residents will be able to drop, as you said, trash or recycling in addition to trees and leaves outside of your hours, you know, a lot of people.
Not trash.
Yeah.
We're just going,
We don't want
because,
it.
well, the state mandates with the municipal solid waste, it has to be confined, and we have to be there to handle that. So, we could do bins, but then you still have to have it so that somebody isn't throwing in contamination stuff that they don't even accept at a landfill. So, paints.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're getting closer,
Yes,
and that's good.
yes.
Thank you for the, let's see, we had a motion and a second. Did we vote on that?
No.
Well, anybody else? Any questions, comments?
I know they went through a lot of work, 30-some pages of documentation to get
Months.
that all
It's
in
been months
place.
trying to get everything, and then there was a couple of glitches where something didn't quite add up. So then back through the process again,
Sure.
and we caught it before you have that final draft to
Yeah.
sign. So,
Okay,
the biggest thing is when they come out, we wanna make sure everything's
yeah,
the same as what's on the application. that
Sure.
We pull up on the electronic, files.
Sure.
So if it says this, it should be in that file also, on the
Yeah.
electronics.
okay. Let's do a roll call vote then.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Bragg. Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Thank you, Dale.
I got one.
Don't move. You want to announce the solid waste department green can?
I do,
Collection.
just that, this is as a rule, it comes every year, and we go through this with Veterans Week is usually the week, And we didn't put that, we'll have that on the agenda next week about our being closed during Veterans Day. So that day gets shifted to Wednesday. But the yard waste at this time right now, it's not bad. Everybody's like, well, why are you saying we're gonna stop? But it's all of a sudden that change in the weather, and once that gets below a certain temp, it affects that, trying to get that materials out of there. We don't wanna break people's containers. So, not to say that after the week of Thanksgiving is the same, so, the 11th through the, what was it, the 5th? I didn't bring that sheet, but
10th through the 14th.
10th through the 14th, we won't be picking up the green containers. And then the Thanksgiving week was,
17th through the 21st.
yeah, that
Oh, no.
week either, we won't. But the week in between,
Oh,
we
no,
will.
that week it will resume.
Okay.
Then the next week, the 24th through 28th, it will.
Okay. And then the week after that, we will, and if Rhonda decides that the weather's fine, get out there, we'll do it.
I'll be watching my weather app for you.
And we've done that in the past, all of a sudden, things changed around as commissioner of the department, all of a sudden, it's like, you know, December's pretty nice, my green can's still full. We'll go out on a Wednesday and empty those cans for the people, just so that they can get them empty and stuff. But it has to be above freezing overnight, otherwise it just doesn't come out of there. So, and don't overfill them cans.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I seen somebody jumping with the kid in there, and that doesn't work. That does not work.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you. Well, that's kind of a as we go deal with the green containers. All right, so I added tonight on the departmental items, just an update, and and this is kind of my fault, I guess, I should have noticed that we had a short agenda tonight. And when we do that, I'm going to ask one of our commissioners to fill us in on their departments. And I will tonight because I haven't talked to any of you, so, and I happen to have the fewest. So I'm going to say, what I want to say to the public is, if you watch our meetings, I'm sitting up here announcing this stuff here, and then I turn it over to a commissioner. And it's not because I don't want to tell you about it. It's not because I don't know about it. It's because, A, I don't want to step on their toes, and B, that's the work that they put in to each one of their departments. And I want to thank each one of the commissioners for being involved in their departments, because they are, every one of them are. And so when we have a short agenda like we have tonight, we're going to have an update from someone, and I'll get with you 5 minutes before the meeting, maybe. But we'll just have an update on your departments. So I guess I'll do this tonight. I have I am the liaison for the HR department, and so I have a department of 2, and so mine is easy compared to the rest of the commissioners. So just a little update on our HR department. Shauna has moved into that position, 3-4 years ago? And so she's doing a very good job. We were lax in our HR department for a long time. In fact, when I started on the commission, we didn't even have one. And so we kind of got that going or whatever, but Shauna has taken over and she's done a very good job. And coming up in December, middle of December, we've had Shannon on board for 1 year, so she's got her anniversary date coming up, and she will want to treat me right, or else I may not have that come across my desk. So, but they're very busy with seasonal hiring, policies, insurance. Insurance is a big one. Insurance is our big expense for the city, for anybody. A lot of people would retire if it wasn't for keeping their insurance, correct? So that's a very big part of us. And I know we stated last week that our insurance was all official, and we made it our agent official and all that, but our insurance meetings went very, very well this year. They really did. Another thing that I kind of oversee is our government buildings, our city buildings, and they pretty much kind of run themselves. If Chad's having a problem over in his building, it's like they pretty much take care of themselves. Dale's got a brand new one, so don't bring anything to us. So, and then streetlights. I guess there's always somebody wanting a streetlight on their corner or on in their alley, and unfortunately, we can't put a light where everybody wants one. But we have added quite a few, and we're trying to add some more. Northwestern Public Service puts them up for us, and then we pay the utilities. We pay for the upkeep and the utilities. Northwestern Public Service puts them up for us. They've been very limited with their resources, with their help. And so it's taken a little bit longer, so I guess I appreciate the calls and the concerns of that, but don't think that that's not getting taken care of just because the lights aren't getting up. But we try and put up as many as we can for more or less for safety reasons, not just to say, I want to see. It's more or less, it's more for safety. So as far as anything else, I would like to say that anytime anyone has any problems, questions, concerns, I'd even take a praise every once in a while, but you can leave a message in my office if not, if you don't get me, but I try and be in anywhere from 6 to 6:15 in the morning until about 7:30, and then I'd like to come back in at around 11:30 and until 12:45, 1 o'clock or so. Other than that, you can call City Hall and leave messages or whatever, but I guess that's kind of my update for my department. And I guess the next time we have a short agenda, I'll get with one of you and have you a little more prepared than I was tonight. So anyway, that concludes our business for the night. So I will say we are adjourned.
Thank you.
Commissioner Smith already has his